Hey guys, it's Becky at Aunt Beck's Creations. Scott spent yesterday getting the new truck all cleaned up and the oil changed and things checked out. He changed the air filter, oil, you know, all that kind of stuff. We're going to have to get 4 new tires because these are dry rotted and not really safe to be doing a lot of highway miles. So we're going to plan to do that, and it's got 2 recalls on it that Scott's already made an appointment with the Dodge dealer up there in Greenville or Easley, and he's going to take that and drop it off Monday, I think. So we'll get those taken care of. So it's all pretty and clean. He also changed the oil on his car, which I'll drive it back today. So we have 2 silver vehicles now, and then my old kind of a taupe colored brown. The garage is done except for the gray trim around the roof and a new roof. So I thought I would just show y'all. There's the front. We'll go around here in the backyard. And the garden still needs to be cleaned out. That's just not a priority right now. So I got this done this morning. And I'll walk around the garden here, watch for puppy bombs. Excuse me. So I really like that green. I'm glad Scott picked all these colors out and we agreed on them and all. And there's Scott. And he is pulling out the rusted backing out nails, and he's using some small head screws to replace the nails he pulls out. And he's scraping and preparing the trim piece for next weekend's painting. So it's coming along, but the green is all done now. I finished that up this weekend.
This is the southwesterly facing wall, and so in the summertime this wall gets sun almost the entire day. It's about 9 o'clock in the morning it's got sun on it, and till about 8 o'clock in the evening. So the wood really expands and contracts a lot, and it gets a lot of weather and the nails pull out. So I'm using this little small headed screw that's meant for decking or furniture work. It's supposed to replace a finished nail, and so far they're working pretty good. So as I pull out the nails that have backed out, I put these screws in there. Several times I've replaced the nails that were backing out, and the new nails just back out as well.
So he decided to switch to screws.
Yeah, it's time to do something different.
So, and the reason we put this motion light on back here is I used to hang clothes out all the time, and if I waited too late, I could come back here and get them off the line, and the light would come on for me. Watching for puppy bombs. And the neighbors got that dead tree cut down. Yay! I'll show you what they've got left of that tree. Not much, see, just some trimmings. And this side's all painted green. Now Scott's talking about adding some cute little, you said shutters, right?
Yeah.
Shutters on either side of these windows on the garage, and we'll paint those gray to match the shutters on the house. So, you know,
something rustic that I've built on some pressure treated stuff.
Yeah, he's just gonna pop them together. He can do that kind of stuff. Oh, and Scott, I was just thinking we could take the shutters home with us and a gallon of the gray paint.
Yeah.
And I could start working on them up there.
That'll work.
So we'll load those up in the new truck.
And by the way, it took me all day to clean that truck up.
Yeah.
And into the evening. It was well after dark by the time I finished cleaning that truck up.
I think it was after 8:30 before you were done.
It was really dirty. I think, even though it only has 13,800 miles on it, it's I think it's had a lot.
Well, the man was in his 80s or 90s.
Yeah, and the tires are starting to dry rot. So
Yeah.
I put tires on it.
I told them, and you said the the rubber bushings have kind of dry rotted.
The boots on the ball joints have dry rotted, so you know there's no protection on that joint to keep water out of it. So I'll probably not get the full service life out of the ball joints, but it is an 11-year-old truck.
Yeah.
It's still tight, drives good, so I'm just gonna run it with what it's got until they fail.
Yeah. Oh, and he had to put air in the tires because it's supposed to have 35 psi and it only had 28 pounds.
25 on some of them.
25 on some of them. So it's riding a lot better. We took it down to the Bilos. Scott needed a couple brewskis last night after working so hard all day.
I needed an adult beverage after that evening.
So.
Yeah, the spare tire wasn't pulled up all the way underneath the way it's supposed to be, and the jack and the tire changing tools weren't stowed right. So it's been dozens and dozens of little niggly things. I put a air filter in it. It had the original 11-year-old Mopar air filter in it, and changed the oil. Didn't have any washer fluid in it, and just a whole bunch of little things. Under the back seat in that storage area, that was filthy.
Oh, tell them what you found under this little seat in the back.
It had a whole bunch of okra seeds. I guess that old man liked to farm, liked to garden, so there were loose okra seeds all under the back seat.
I thought that was funny. So next weekend, my plan is to get the gray trim painted, and hopefully I can get the shutters painted. I'd like to finish cutting this bushy area back. I'd love to get some mulch and mulch all of this back here, and so all this stuff doesn't come back up. Now there are some iris here that have not been able to do anything because they've been under so much brush all these years. And I see some other stuff that we need to hit with the weed killing stuff.
Oh, I see some wisteria.
Look here. I don't know. I think that's blackberries right there.
That is.
So that needs to be. And I wouldn't mind knocking the Japanese, what is this called again? It's a yew? I didn't realize it grew from rhizomes either. I need to do more research on the plants in the next yard. Wisteria. Well, ugh. This is an American beauty bush that I cut way back, and see how much it's grown?
An oak tree coming up right there.
Yep. So.
Let me remind you again, if you're thinking of planting wisteria, please go have your head examined.
I know a lot of people love wisteria, but you really, really need to take and have a second thought because it will take over your entire yard. There is no way to keep ahead of it.
All of these really large vines, that's wisteria.
Yeah.
I used
all that stuff behind there.
A herbicide called crossbow, and it really stinks.
But it's working. It's getting rid of all this stuff we don't want.
But any overspray, you got to be really careful the way you apply it. I think I must have gotten some overspray on this American beauty bush.
Well, I don't know.
This is really stunning in the fall.
It is. It has purple berries that the mockingbirds absolutely fight over. And I love the American beauty bush. It's another one, though, that you could have some popping up everywhere because when the birds eat the seeds and it goes through their gut, then when they poo, they drop an American beauty bush.
There's one defiantly trying to come back after I have poisoned it.
All right, guys, so that is our update from this weekend. I've got laundry to finish because there's some stuff in the laundry that needs to go back with us. And we're hoping to be out of here by 1 o'clock. And there's the shed, all painted. And if we get the gray done, depending on how much Scott gets done with the scraping and stuff, he's working on that for a while. And we'll probably start getting some of this scraped, and might need to replace, I know we've got to replace the shingle molding that we pulled down because it was rotten. But there might also be some boards along there that we need to replace. We got to evaluate as we go. He'll power wash it and knock off a bunch of this. But we're gonna paint all of the eaves the green. See, Scott started there, but that's interior paint, so we've got to go over that again. And so yeah, once all of this gets painted all the way around the house, I will call the roofers and the roofers will come. I'm hoping we'll have a new roof on by Halloween. So, all right guys, that was our update.